Have you ever noticed that voice in the back of your head that showed up every single time you've tried to improve your life or you have improved your life? Maybe it's you losing weight and getting in the gym for the first time. Maybe it's you starting that business. Maybe it's you going up to that girl that you see in public. When I originally lost 50 pounds, I've noticed this voice time and time again every single time I've improved my life. When I lost 50 pounds, when I started posting on social media and started this business, even a few days ago when I walked into my first ever class of MMA and BJJ, that voice was still there. And this voice in the back of my head is always giving me these negative thoughts, these negative doubts, these false beliefs on myself. This voice is always telling me, don't do it, you're gonna suck, you're gonna fail, don't even attempt it, it's not gonna change your life, you're fine where you are right now. When I first started my weight loss journey, I had the exact same voice. Don't even try to lose weight because you're gonna fail just like you have in the past. Don't even try to get abs because you don't have the genetics for it. Just go out and have some fun with your friends. It's okay to live a little. When I started my business and my social media, the same thing happened. Don't even post videos, people are gonna make fun of you. It's not gonna make any money, so just go to college and get a normal job and that's it. You look embarrassing, you look cringe, just stop posting. What are you doing with your life? And even just a few days ago when I started MMA and BJJ, that voice was there. Oh, you're too old now for this sport. You should have started way earlier. Oh, you're gonna suck. You're gonna get beat up. Don't even try to. Oh, you're never gonna learn the skills. You're always gonna be scared and not gonna be confident within yourself ever. And I even had my doubts at starting. I wanted to wait a few months until I started actually going to the gym, but I didn't listen to that voice. I went and I started my first ever week. And I almost let those doubts get to me because I wanted to wait a few more months, but I didn't do that. And now it's successfully been 1 week since I've been doing MMA and BJJ, and it's all because I didn't listen to that voice. The day that I finally woke up from my first class of BJJ, I was scared. I was completely nervous because I had never done martial arts in my life, and the reason why I wanted to get into it was because I wanted to feel confident within myself. As corny or cringe or stupid as it may sound, I've always been told that I have a very pretty looking face, I'm too nice, I could never defend myself, I could never fight, I could never do any of these things that other people can just because of the way that I look. And it heavily affects my confidence, which is exactly why I wanted to enroll into my first ever class. On my way to my first practice, I was just wondering in my head, what are the students gonna think of me? What are the coaches gonna think of me? What are they gonna think of me walking in for the very first time, not knowing what I'm going to be doing in there? But as soon as I walked in, it was completely the opposite. Everyone in there was chill, everyone in there was nice, and we were all in there to just learn. During the practice though, I was definitely surprised of how gassed out I was compared to doing cardio in the gym versus in there because it is completely different. And I immediately fell in love with it because as a man, in my personal opinion, I have this burning desire and this obsession to be able to defend myself and learn how to do it. And now that I have a new goal to work towards, I'm obsessed with going in there as much as I can to learn as much as possible. A few days go by, then I go into my first ever MMA class and it was the same thing again. Everyone in there was chill. I partnered up with somebody, he taught me a few moves and I basically did sparring for a bit. It wasn't even that advanced. They knew that I was new, so they weren't going crazy hard on me and they were teaching me as much as possible. Once again, I felt completely gassed out and I was shocked as to how much of a different experience it was doing cardio and doing MMA than doing cardio in the gym. And to be honest, after going to a few practices already, I regret not going earlier when I was younger because I would have already had the skills by now to be confident within myself and I wouldn't be behind. Not to say that it's bad to be behind, but it kind of just sucks not knowing the skills already because there's so much to learn when it comes to BJJ and MMA that everyone else knows that I don't, and it kind of makes me feel behind in a way. But to be honest, I realize it's not even about the MMA or the BJJ. It's about that one voice. That one voice has held me back so much in the past and it's probably holding you back as well. Whether it's for losing weight, starting that business, posting on social media, going to that new career or that job, whatever the situation is, that voice is always going to be there in the back of your head. And that voice is always going to tell you, don't do it. Just stay at home, stay normal, stay comfortable, don't even try to. You're going to fail, you're going to suck. No one's gonna care, everyone's gonna hate on you, people are gonna laugh at you. So many negative thoughts, so many negative beliefs that aren't even necessarily true, but you justify as to why they should be true. And what I ended up realizing is that the version of me that wants to achieve all these great things is never going to agree with the version of me that wants to stay comfortable. You see, we all have this one voice in the back of our head that gives us all these negative thoughts and doubts and beliefs. But the truth is, the reason why this voice is there is because you are about to do something that is going to change the rest of your life. Whether it's losing weight, focusing on your business, your career, whatever the situation is, you're about to change your life, and that is exactly why that voice is there. When you are about to extremely elevate your life, that voice is dragging you back down to your normal, comfortable self because it is uncomfortable by changing. Part of your mind just wants to stay where it's at. Part of your mind just wants to stay comfortable because it fears change, because it is very uncomfortable. Like I said earlier, I don't like the fact that I don't know much skills in MMA and BJJ. I wish I started earlier. I wish I knew all these things, but these negative thoughts, I can't let them get to me. Ever since I invested into my first ever fitness coach and I got the result that I wanted, which was losing almost all the body fat and seeing my abs for the very first time, I always sit back and think, what if I got about my dream physique years ago in the past when I tried losing weight on my own. And the reason why I never made that choice was because that voice was always in the back of my head. That voice was always telling me, you don't have the genetics for it. You don't have the ability to do it. Don't even try to lose weight because people are gonna make fun of you. All these negative thoughts and these beliefs held me back for so long. But once I stopped listening to that voice in my head and I started listening to the voice of the version of myself that is successful, that has abs, that is in shape, that is, a very successful business owner. He knows MMA, he knows BJJ, all these things. I listen to that version of myself every single day, which is exactly why I ditched that voice in my back of my head. Because your mind is playing games on you. Your mind does not want you to elevate because it is hard. Even for me right now, even though I've lost weight, there's still so much for me to learn when it comes to BJJ and MMA that I wish to start it sooner. I still sometimes have these negative thoughts. Oh, what if I get too hurt? Oh, what if there's too much to learn that I can't learn all of it? Oh, what if I get beat up at practice? All these negative thoughts and these beliefs are still trying to hold me back from going to practice, yet I am still going to show up to practice because I am in love with becoming a better version of myself. And I know that the voice in the back of my head is trying to hold me back from being that version. You see, change is very, very uncomfortable, which is exactly why you have all these doubts and these thoughts in the back of your head, because you are completely changing your life forever and your mind does not know how to process that. Imagine your life if you had lost all the weight and you got in the best shape of your life. How would you feel knowing you don't have any excess body fat on you? You can see your abs, your clothes fit you better, people treat you better, you get women, you have high energy levels, you can do all these things, right? It's all so positive and hall and high and mighty, but guess what? With every positive, there's always going to be a negative. And that negative is exactly why so many people get held back from becoming the best version of themselves, because they listen to that negative too much instead of focusing on the positive. Even though I still have these negative thoughts about my physique, my MMA and BJJ journey, my business, I still strive to become the best version of myself and listen to the voice of the version of myself that is successful, because that is the best that I can do. Why would I listen to the voice in the back of my head and stay exactly where I'm at? Because what good is that doing for the world? I'm not gonna be happy, I'm not gonna be fulfilled, I'm not getting better, so what is the point then as a man? As a man, it should be your duty to be as productive as possible and become the best version of yourself, because not only doing it for you, you're doing it for everyone else around you. Another reason why I'm so motivated to go to BJJ and MMA is to protect my loved ones, like my sister, my family, and all the people that are going to be in my future life. I want to be able to protect myself and them as well, which is why it is very stupid of me to not go to practice and learn these skills, because I would rather get beat up at practice than in the real world. And so you need to understand is that the voice is always going to be there, but that voice is not going to make your life better, so you're better off not listening to it. That voice has always been there when it came to losing 50 pounds, when it came to starting my business, when it came to my BJJ and MMA journey. It has always been there and it's not going anywhere, because I am constantly getting better and I'm constantly living an uncomfortable life, which is exactly why it scares my mind. And my mind wants to keep me comfortable and it wants to keep me safe in a normal spot because it hates the change that it's happening to its life. Not only am I going through this every single day as well, but it's also my clients as well that I work with. They also have their doubts, they also have their fears, they also have other people hating on them, but it doesn't matter because everyone has this voice, like I said, and it's up to you to listen to that voice in the future that is successful, that is in shape, and listen to him and act like him on a daily basis. That is exactly what I tell my clients to do on our weekly one-on-one calls as I hold them accountable, because most people fail to realize everyone has these problems. It is all internal. You don't need more information. You don't need more time, because I thought I needed more information to get abs because I didn't have abs. I thought I needed more time to go to BJJ and MMA because I just wasn't ready yet. But the truth is, I didn't need more of anything. I just had to stop listening to the voice in the back of my head and listen to the version of myself who is successful and is in shape and just act like him on a daily basis. And that is exactly why I continue to progress as well as my clients do. And so if you want to do the exact same thing and you want to stop listening to that voice and you want to become that version of yourself that is successful, but you feel like you need help for it, this is exactly what I coach my clients on one-on-one as well. I've helped many people get in the best shape of your life as well. And if that's what you want to, there's a link in the bio. Fill out that link and book a call with me one-on-one, and we'll hop on a call to see if we're a good fit. And if you want to move forward from there, we can definitely do that. Otherwise, if you have any other questions or you want to talk about anything, feel free to comment down below or message me on Instagram. And so I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to just like and subscribe for more.